spot, but I just don't understand kind of like people...
Oh, that's... Whoops!
Oh, that's what you call hitting the sore spot. And so a relationship was born. Julia Roberts took home a People's Choice Award, and Tony Potts made a friend. Flash forward 5 years later, Julia hits Broadway and decides to do her first interview. Who's she going to call? She better call Tony, of course.
And when she has an award in her hand, I stand 10 feet away.
Of course.
Well, Julia looks radiant. She's starring in her first Broadway show. She's poised, she is confident, and completely at home. And I might add, fabulous in the show. Yes, Julia is back.
Practice doing this, I just realized. I just kind of tensed up.
Well, you'd never know it. Julia's charm is as natural as ever. A conservative cream sweater with her auburn hair pulled back. I was the only one allowed access to Radiant Julia's new home, Broadway, where she stars in 3 Days of Rain.
I come last night to the show, and I look in here, and apparently you haven't done much work. Compared to your co-stars. How did you get this gig? I'm looking in this thing. You've got the shortest bio.
I have the shortest bio.
How did you get this gig?
Sucking up to the director.
But even after 2 years away from all things thespian, it's not performing again that Roberts finds fulfilling.
How much fun is that for you to sit back and look and go, I'm doing Broadway, I've got a great husband, great career, and there are my kids running around.
No, it's heaven, truly. I mean, we were rehearsing one day, and we had just moved into the theater, and it was dark out here, and I was on stage, and all of a sudden I hear, Mama! And Hazel had come in, and in the dark, just hear this little voice, and it's incredibly amazing.
Is it tough to leave the home life and uproot everybody? And the routines you have?
Well, it's a family decision. Definitely, we sort of had to agree on it as a family, but I'm lucky, like, my kids are here, and you know, they have a little playroom upstairs.
Ah, yes, twins Phineas and Hazel spend almost as much time at the theater as Julia, and husband Danny Motor supports her all the way.
How important has it been to you? What has it meant to you, his support, for you doing this, moving here with the kids?
Well, it's just, it's vital, I think, in anything, in any kind of partnership, that support for the day, for a job, for an effort, it's paramount to joy.
The foursome just relocated from a quiet, secluded life in New Mexico to New York City.
Was there ever a point in the last 3 or 4 years where you thought, I'm kind of done with Hollywood. I've got kids, I've got a husband, maybe once in a while I'll do a play, and I'm just going to kind of hang out and take myself out of the vicious circle?
Well, except that the circle will exist and pull you into it whether you're working or not. I mean, I haven't worked for 2 years, and that doesn't mean I've gone 2 years without people taking my picture or putting me on the cover of a magazine or making me part of that vicious circle, right?
That's
so
true.
It's not the direct cause and effect like that.
But one thing's certain, that famous million-watt smile isn't going anywhere. These are the best times of Julia's life.
I mean, you don't make a decision, oh, you know what, now I'm going to go for the amazing version of life. That's, you know. But things kind of start to come together in a way. There's a natural syntax to it, I think. And that was the most serious conversation we've ever had. Thanks, everybody.
And by the way, Julia did all of her own hair and makeup. No team of stylists for this star. And the down-to-earth Julia breaks news to us on Ocean's 13 and George Clooney. We have so much more Julia next week on Access Hollywood.